Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Springfield, Florida, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. Knocking into a painting that's primed behind me. Sorry about that. This is my ring pour cup, my OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula. My 17 minutes is starting right now. I'm going to do something I've never done before. And I'm going to use my Artist Loft mixed with Floetrol and GAC 800 right in a moment. Right the way it is. Usually when I did this in the past, I always had some Walmart house paint in it, but I don't really want to do that right now. I have some old paints that need to be used up, and that's almost gone. I'll leave that sideways. I want to have a mostly pink and magenta and pale purple, and I am going to put a layer of wet paint on my canvas this time. The white usually disappears. I might put some black in there too. Oh, that's not even open. Let's just make sure we can use that. That is a golden product with some iridescent pearl fine in it, I believe. And I will just, quick like a bunny, attempt to open that tip, which is not happening quick like a bunny. Okay. That might be better. Yep, I see daylight. Because I'm thinking I want more of that color. I am going to take some chances here. I thought I'd put more enamel in to see if I could create some pearls, but the truth is I did an awesome ring pour yesterday, or multiple ring pours, and on one canvas, and it didn't turn out to have any cells at all. Well, 95% free, cell free. I'm going to use a little bit of the Hot Orchid from Color Art. I'm tempted by some orange, but I really want to try this with all of my pinks and reds. And I'm going to go right back. That was, this pink is an Anita's White Metallic with some of the fluorescent pink or neon pink. This is a mica powder from a long time ago. This is some Anita's White Metallic. I'm thinking it'd be okay to put some of that in there. And I'm looking at the berry, which is a metallic from Deco Art. Oh, I like that. Right there. Right here. And I'm hoping that if I remember, yes, I'm going to put some dioxazine purple in there because I want something that's dark. Now it is an 18 by 24 inch canvas that I'm going to be using, so there's plenty of room for whatever to go. More dioxazine purple. How about some for the first time? And it looks like it wants to sink. Still using the Artist Loft. Let's go back to the neon pink from Folk Art. Some more Artist Loft. I don't know how this is going to be. I have never used just straight Artist Loft like this. This is an iridescent pink that I started with that I'm almost out of. It was from Art Minds a long time ago. I think I'm going to do, because whatever comes out first is what's going out last. I'm going to use some of my color shifting purple flash from Folk Art. And I'm really tempted to either put black in there. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I have some Meeden black. And I'm going to go right down the center with a good push. I need to have all my bottles out of the way. I need to put this aside for a moment. I need to grab enough of the Artist Loft white. This is my OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula. I don't actually want to have to rotate my turntable much because it's a big gummy canvas and it's bigger than the tile. But it looks like I have about what I would assume, what I am assuming is the correct amount of paint to help other paint flow. It's not a lot, it's not a little. It's just perfect, I hope. And except for that clot, whatever that was. I don't know what that was. That looked like sweater fuzz. Sweater fuzz with friends. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do ring pours and I don't know what they're called. I don't think they're traveling ribbon pours, but they're sort of ribbon pours. They overlapping ribbon pours. That's what we'll call them. Let me grab enough of that paint to fill in anywhere. And I'm going to need an edge catcher because that's my go-to. Instead of pouring paint off, I pour paint back on. Let's make sure that I have paint to the edge everywhere. It used to be very hard for me to tell the difference between white paint and white canvas, but that's when I was outside. Alright, that took a lot longer than I wanted it to. But, ooh, pretty. Looks like a butterfly, doesn't it? Check that out. That's pretty cool. I might put some gold in here. It's not beyond the realm of possibility. And if I have too much paint, I'm not going to put it all down. I might put white in between also. That's a very good possibility. I do want to turn my turntable, but it's not moving very well. I'll do one of these as a straight pour. I just saw something go in there, and hopefully I still have a pair of tweezers handy. I got it. Ha! I'm getting so good at that. So let's see what's going on with this turntable. I'll just turn the canvas this time. Get my white paint lid out of the way. So whatever is dominant, I may add another color. I wish some of the white would have showed up in between the layers, but it never really does anyway. There are quite a few pinks I didn't use. Could just wind up being a a pink monstrosity. I meant to put some yellow in, and I just decided to opt out. So I think this comes down to no matter how I start, it has a lot to do with the colors I put in between. And I keep talking about the yellow. Oh, I actually got some cells. I think that's where the... I thought there was some enamel in there, but I know that the black, the Meeden black also does create cells. As long as you put a little bit of water in your mixture. So, do I want to do that? I might want to do that. I've got this metallic or pearlescent. I don't even know where it came from, to tell you the truth. But it's a very interesting color combination. And I kind of like getting outside my box. It doesn't keep me from wanting to put some black in there though. Might be really weird. If I see it's not going well, I'm going to add another color. I'm dripping all over my fingers. Alright, so now it's time to grab an edge catcher, and I have one handy, I know I do. Put it right down. I really want some black or some blue. Maybe the blue. Yeah, I think the blue more than the purple. Maybe a couple blues. Trust me. Trust me not. I want some gold in there too, I'm pretty sure. At least I want to see what it's going to look like. Alright, where's my Venetian blue? I'm going to give this a shot. Okay, so this is all about the edge catcher. I'm going one more time. I hope this is not horrible. It might give me the opportunity to learn a whole new set of ways to save things. I'm still thinking the orange is necessary. So let me grab some of that. I'm going to have to mix up a whole bunch of paint, I can tell. Oh, please don't let this be one by one disaster. I am going in for some of the magenta. I just feel like tipping it all and letting it come back again and seeing what I get. I could have torched too. I still have regrets about not doing the black. It's a slow process sometimes. Got some really cool patterns coming up though. I definitely could have added some more white down at this end. A very slow process. Even when it's fast, it's slow. Waggle that edge catcher just a little bit. I still have an edge to hold on to. Now I've got paint on my arm. You'd think I'd be used to that by now. It's a little bit like canvas wrestling. I've got just enough paint right there to grab it. This could be really cool. I have this painting next to my bed that I fall in love with every day that I look at it. And it has colors that inspire me, that are the magenta and what's that? Basically the magenta and the purples and the whites and the pinks. So once that hits the edge catcher, I rock the edge catcher to let that paint come back down and squeeze it to let it come back in. There was no avoiding that. This is basically just going to be completely psychedelic, pretty sure. And until it dries, I'm not going to know whether I love it or not. If I have anything dripping off over there, it's okay with me right now, because it'll go right down on that edge catcher and I can scoop it back up if I want to. So long as I don't paint the lens of my camera, I'm all good. I can also take all that paint that just came off of there, put it right back into the canvas. So, I'm not super impressed and I need to get this paint off my arm. And I might rescue this the way I was thinking earlier with the black, and it might still be pretty cool. But I want to tip this down this way, and in order to do that I want to use all of the paint that I keep pouring off onto my edge catcher, because paint will flow to paint. And I need paint to flow to paint. One big rose. This might be a stage 1. I suppose I could use my cell activator and just whip through there. I'm also going to grab some of that paint right off the bottom of the canvas right now, because there's plenty of it. Rinse my hands off again. It strikes me that it would be hard to do that with gloves on, but I got paint the length of my arm. I've got 2 minutes to figure out what to tell you guys. That includes that I do sell my artwork. I'm kind of missing, I like this blue in here, and I'm kind of thinking that the turquoise might be the answer as opposed to what I was thinking, which was the black. I kind of want all that to move, but it's not really going very far very fast. I think I'm still going to have a rose in my corner no matter what I do. So I've got 2 minutes to figure it out. And I don't think it's the pink that I want. It might be the purple, not that purple. Oh, what now? Well, it's true. I can just use the cell activator. Or I could use black, or I could use white. Let me grab my cell activator, give it a little shake. Desperate times. Like in those cells, really big cells. I still want some gold, and I still want some orange. And I'm still running low on time. I've got 1 minute to tell you guys, if you want to make a donation to help keep the studio rolling, it'll automatically enter you in the monthly drawing. I'm going to use a little more cell activator. And just keep playing until I'm happy with what I've got. And I really like this a lot. So underneath the